Welcome to Free Play. This is Path of Exile. This is the newest game in the showcase. Free Play is a series where I take a free-to-play game and determine if it's pay to win or if it isn't, is it fun to play, and so on. We play up to 5 hours. I screwed up my first recording. I accidentally hit my hotkey to stop recording, and I don't edit, so I have to start all over again. So we're going to start from town instead of the start. So, this is a game that is... I don't want to say it's similar to Diablo, but not Diablo 3, Diablo 2. The developers of this game were massive fans of Diablo 2. We'll just leave it at that. So it's difficult to play. So here we have skill gems. You have 3 types of skill gems. Well, technically there's 4, but you have red, green, and blue. And there's also white. White is anything. So white can go in any socket, which is these circles. And anything can go into white sockets. But only red can go into red. So a blue gem cannot go into a red socket, and so on. Nice ring. It's a good start. So... I'm going to be playing through fast on this, so I am not listening to rewards and stuff. So let's just get the skill tree out of the way. It is massive. Now you only have 123 points to work with, and I have to take a look at. I am following a guide because I'm interested in this build. So, just for anyone who knows Path of Exile, I'm doing the Blinding Blizzard Marauder build. For anyone who's interested, I'll actually have a link in the description. But this is an existing thing. Let me just find things I need. I don't need this anymore. And we continue on. So I'm going to be playing through this fast. So you're not going to get much of the lore. You're probably not going to understand the reasons why we're doing things, but that's because I feel that people should experience the lore at their own pace. That's why I avoided from doing this on launch, so I could take my time playing through things and learning.
I am surrounded by living
So we're just gonna... Ooh, another mana flask. So, normally I'd not kill things, but I feel that just running through zones is not healthy. Just for content-wise. So we level up our gems. Yeah, so... Path of Exile is what I classify as not a pay-to-win game, but it's a pay-to-store game. And what I mean by that is the game is very focused around... If you want to collect items and not worry about certain things, you need additional stash tabs. Now, a lot of the things that you may want to collect aren't good. But there are collectors out there who do it. So if you want to if you're a hoarder of every single item that could possibly exist, then you might need more types of what is it? Storage. So. And it's also pay to trade. Not really, it's paid to ease of trade, is the better way. And that's because... Sorry, just focusing on it. It's mainly because they have an API and the premium stash tabs allow ease of access, essentially. But you can do it outside of that, so you don't need to worry about certain things. Now, I do have a stash, like a currency stash tab, But that's after so many years of playing this game. Like, even I actually want to do more. Like, I want to invest more into, like, money-wise into the game. Because it's all looks. So, they always have specials running. Every day there's a new special. So, you have all your different stash tabs. You have your new tab, which is all looks. And they also have bundle packages on their website, which range from $30 up. I think it's $30 and up. I know I've always been interested in the $60 ones. I know that there's ones that are more expensive than that. So I'm just going to equip some stuff. I'm not going to equip that. That's just not one that I don't like. So, and these effects can be earned in a way. Every league, which is about every 3 months, there's a new set of microtransactions that you can earn that they specifically create. So this time around, you've got the eyes, a crown effect, and a player effect. And that's you have to do challenges to earn it. Now, I only interest in the eyes because I like it. But yeah, that's about it. So we're just going to be playing through. There's really not much to talk about. The game is fantastic. It's had its big major content update. And yeah, it's new content every 3 months essentially. Uh-oh. Armages. I am not geared for this. I have no gear. So this is the league mechanic for this league. Is these blue guys. Oh, thank God I leveled up. There we go. And they drop currency. We can use that now, and that. And we are going around this way. And we're going to hit to this node, and then we're going up. And we're going all the way over here. Down to this area over here. So we've got a long travel path to go. And we should reach that by level 38-ish. So I'm not going to do all the quests. I'm probably going to be skipping a lot of them that show up. I'm just going to be doing the main path, essentially, which will allow me to get through the acts quicker, because you can always come back to them later. Now, I'm not going to be the best guide for these. There are a lot of better people out there that have a greater knowledge of the game. But I'm pretty much just showcasing this because this game is absolutely fantastic. Like, it's the game that I always go back to and play. And hell, there's no harm in not trying it. It's like, oh, what if I don't like the game? Well, there's no harm in trying a free game. It's the whole point of it. It's free. I don't want to go to the Federate Pools. So we're just going to run through. The early stages are quite boring, in my eyes. To someone who's new, you don't need to clear everything in a zone. But you can choose to. If you clear everything, you're going to be essentially over-leveled for the upcoming content that's later on down the way, but that's fine. So, one thing I haven't talked about is the league mechanics. So how the leagues works is there's essentially 3 areas that you could be in. You could be in the permanent area, which is divided by standard, which is non-hardcore, and then there's hardcore, which is if you die, that you're out of the hardcore side of things and you go down to standard. And then the two next leagues are which are part of the temporary leagues, which is the non-hardcore and the hardcore thing, so standard and hardcore. And those allow you to do, so you get to choose, and each of them have their own. There's another subset underneath that called solo self-found, which means you can't trade or party. Everything that you get with your character, you earned yourself, you found yourself, you crafted it yourself, you did all these things yourself, so... We're just gonna... Oh, dead end. Damn it. So with the Fall of Oriath update, it allowed, instead of repeating content over and over again for the one character, I wonder if the audio's... I think I should be fine. You know what, once I kill these, I'm going to turn the audio down a bit. So, sound. Let's drop the master volume down. Better. Okay. So, the game... Before Fall of Oriath, you'd go through, there was 4 acts. You'd go through and complete Act 4 on normal difficulty, and then you'd have to go and repeat those same 4 acts again in Cruel, and then repeat them all again for Merciless to get to the endgame content, which is... Ooh, I'll grab that. Which is the, mapping system, which is extremely fun, and there's a lot to do in there. I actually have, in all my gameplays and all my time playing since that system has been introduced, I have not completed it. I have not been lucky enough to actually have a build to go that far. Which is good and bad. It means there's something new in the game that I have not experienced, but I've seen videos of. And then you have, with Fall of Oriath, it went from 4 acts to 10, and there's no repeating, essentially. The only time you repeat is if you create a new character, because you have to play through it all. And it gets you used to maps. Before, you might have not have understood what's going on, but it gives you a tutorial for the maps system in the end, which is actually very good in the sense, because some people might not understand it. They don't understand that there's more to the game than just these acts that repeat themselves over in the past. But now there's no repeating, and you go all the way through. Just one playthrough. You just go all the way through, and you're done. Which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so... let's... Come on. I hate these little sand crabs, essentially. Well, this is going to slow us down a little bit. Not really. We're at the exit point that's just up here. Come on. Come on, there we go. So... let's work out 1, 2, done. There we go. 5. So there's different types of items. So this is a unique item. This is white crap items. This is rare items, and then you have magic items, which are blue, which are these here. And then you have different creatures. You have magic mob packs, which are blue. Then you have rares, which are yellow, they're surrounded by a bunch of whites. And they give them abilities. So some of them might give them energy shield, which is another form of life here. And then you have unique monsters, which are essentially your boss classes. Is the best way to think, because they all share that same color and unique name tags type thing. But some are stronger than others. And there's a hell of a lot of different types of abilities in the game. So I think what I'll do is on the last episode, I think I'll log on to my other characters, one of my other characters, and we'll play through a couple of the maps, the end tier stuff, and we'll see how that goes. So you get to see the beginning and what a character that is level 80 plus can do. Maybe, I don't know. Leave in the comments if you want to see that. Because I mostly play builds, because the last time I created my own build myself, it turned out that it was identical to several other ones. But I was quite happy that I had the same ideas as other people. And sometimes I tweak builds, like I take a certain skill, but I want to go down a different route with it. Like, the build might be more focused on damage, but I want a bit more survivability with it. And it allows you to do that. You can do whatever the hell you want. You're not locked. Each character, so I'm Marauder, so essentially I'm around the melee physical area. But I can traverse up here into the magic and be a magic Marauder. It's just preferences of starting locations. So you have Marauder, Templar, Witch, Shadow, Duelist, and Ranger. So Duelist is here and Ranger is here. And then in the middle, you have the Scion, which is a character that you have to unlock while you play through. So in Act 3, you find her, and you have that character. Then you can create a character there, and that's the mixed character, essentially. It's the mixed-bagged character. And then, so, like, Marauder is more strength-based, and then Templar is strength intelligence, and then... But this is just the starting areas. Witches is pure int. Shadow is int and dex. And then Ranger is pure dex, essentially. And your Duelist is strength dex. So it depends on your starting location. And they have their different perks of... It's how efficient do you want to be going around the map thing. And then you have Ascendancies, which is a whole nother subset of things to choose from. Like, 3 different choices you make with your character, which gives you another smaller tree, which you get 6 points? No, 8 points in. And you get these sometimes 6, 3 or 4 major nodes, which give you another set of powers that you can utilize. But all these are passives. Oop. So let's just quickly... Oh, totem. Slowing totem. So, this is all passive. This here is passive. Some things changes the entire play style of your character. Like this one here. Your hits cannot be evaded, so everything you hit, but you cannot do critical strikes anymore. And then you have this one here, Mind Over Mana, which % of your damage is taken away from your mana, so you need a lot of mana to be able to sustain that. And so on. Like, over here you have Chaos Inoculation. Your life becomes 1, and you're immune to chaos damage. They're massive playthrough changes, though they did nerf that massively, so it's kinda not worth it. In most cases, you can get around it. You could do a life build using a unique chest thing, or a unique item that allows you to chaos damage not to penetrate your penetrate your energy shield. That's why you stack energy shield, but they've made changes to that setup. So we're going to go back to town and end the episode, and then we'll come back from this point on. So we're going to turn in the quests that we have completed so far, technically, which gives us Ancestral Protector is what we wanted to grab. And let's see if we could use any new items that I might have access to. None yet. Okay, because I sell a lot of them, because... See, you start with 4 tabs. These 4 tabs here, and this is the size of them. I bought this, so I invested $20 into the game and bought this and a chest. So, and this was before bundles were. I actually bought these after the bundles, I believe, and they've actually added on to these, so there's a lot more things there. So you just pretty much click in, and voila. So this is just a quality of life thing for me, because before I'd have one stash tab for all my currency, and then I'd have another one. I wouldn't be hoarding all these anymore. Like, I never collected these jewels or things because I really didn't have enough space. Like, I didn't collect these either. I relied on finding them, but I always had a tab for uniques. Like, this is a really good unique. I know that because I used that on one of my builds that I've played previously and so on. So I collect uniques, things that I might be interested in using for a character or some leveling stuff, and then I have a tab for maps and stuff. And so normally divination cards, some jewels would be in here. Some like things I would be using or collecting. I rarely ever collected cards for a long time until certain points. But I don't have anything, so this is going to be the first end of the first episode. I'm going to try and have them around the 20 to 25 minute mark, and hopefully next episode we complete the first act. Maybe it will take us 3 episodes, but we'll find out. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.